Modi, 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 Narendra Modi, Narendra Modi.
14 rallies, 7 visits. From October 24th to November 8th, and in a span of barely 2 weeks, Prime Minister Narendra Modi embarked on a campaign that will fundamentally reshape Bihar electoral trajectory. And the result? Around 200 seats for the NDA. When the final numbers rolled in, the National Democratic Alliance didn't just win the Bihar elections, they owned it in every way possible. They crossed the magical 200 mark, a number that hasn't been seen since 2010. But this wasn't a victory born overnight. This was a victory built brick by brick, strategy by strategy, and it all came down to several crucial factors working in perfect harmony for the NDA. First, let's talk about the maestros behind the scenes, Narendra Modi and Amit Shah. PM Modi held 14 rallies and made 7 visits to Bihar during his campaigning. He covered over 90 constituencies across the state. Each visit was carefully choreographed to coincide with regional voting phases, allowing him to address key pockets in successive rounds. His speeches combined local references, welfare scheme, and sharp attack on the opposition, all tied together with its signature mix of conviction and emotional appeal. Now comes the real Chanakya of Indian politics. For 19 days, Amit Shah camped in Bihar, conducting what can only be described as an electoral symphony. He held 46 events, addressing 35 rallies, and did something extraordinary. He managed to bring rebellion party workers back into the fold. 100 BJP rebels were threatening to damage the party's prospects, but Shah met each one of them individually, persuaded and got them back in the party. That single intervention was the difference between a good result and a landslide. But here's the real game changer, the women voter. The NDA understood something fundamental. Women weren't just voters, they were the cornerstone of the mandate. The 10,000 rupees cash scheme implemented in September created a tidal wave of support for the NDA. Women's voter turnout exceeded men's by a significant margin in each constituency after constituency. Combine that with schemes like Jivika Didi, and suddenly you are looking at a welfare narrative that resonated at the grassroots level. On the other hand, the opposition promised 2,500 rupees tomorrow. The NDA delivered 10,000 rupees today. Guess who won? Then came the seat sharing arrangement, a flawless political engineering feat. The BJP and the JDU contested 101 seats each in a historic power sharing parity. Their smaller allies like the LJP, HAMS and RLM accepted their shares without any resistance. No intra-alliance friction, no competing narratives, just pure coordination. The Jungle Raj narrative also proved very effective. Prime Minister Narendra Modi and Nitish Kumar campaigned relentlessly on preventing a return to lawlessness. In a state scared by memories of criminal politics and anarchy, this message landed hard. In fact, add Nitish Kumar's promise of 125 units of free electricity monthly, and you're speaking directly to the household budget anxieties of ordinary people of Bihar. The opposition was simply outmaneuvered at every single turn. While the NDA ran a coordinated, coherent campaign with refined booth-level management, the Mahagathbandhan appeared scattered. And finally, when Prashant Kishore's Jan Swaraj party failed to convert its anti-incumbency messaging into a single seat, the opposition's fractured nature became crystal clear. Well, the verdict? This was a landslide born from planning, execution, strategic alliance building, and most importantly, connecting with ordinary citizens' aspiration through concrete welfare measures. The NDA didn't just win Bihar, they rewrote the state's political script.